Welcome to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ, bringing you all the highlighted action of the Southern University basketball program. It's brought to you by LaFleur Tillage Construction, Anna Jones State Farm, Cajun Nation Seasoning, Southeast Auto Incorporated, and Care South Medical and Dental. Welcome to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ, where we bring you all the inside scoop of the Southern University basketball. Of course, we're going to be talking with you with Coach Kevin Johnson, the new coach here at Southern University. And we're going to come to you each week from the Southern University Mini Dome, also known as the F.G. Clark Activity Center. You can catch us on Fox 44 at 10 p.m. on Thursday nights and about 3 times a week on Pelican Sports. So we'll have a graphic up for you. But then you can also catch us at your leisure on the Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ YouTube and Facebook page. Let's jump into it, Coach. I'm Todd Sterling, obviously. You're Coach Kevin Johnson. Welcome to the Jaguar Nation. Coach Johnson is a native of Morgan City, and he also played collegiately at Texas Pan American University.
That's correct. Texas Pan American for Hall of Fame coach Lon Kruger.
Okay, Lon Kruger, I remember that name. All right, Coach, you know, looking at a couple of games, you got a good team. I like what I see. Looks like you want to play a little up-tempo transition basketball on offense, and looks like you want to go man on defense. I like it either way.
I really like the group of guys that we've been able to put together. We retained 4 guys from last year's squad and added 11 new pieces to the puzzle. And I like the way they're coming together at this point.
Coach, you're working hard, team's working hard. You got a couple of big signature wins in the preseason. You beat UNLV, you come back and you beat Mississippi State at Mississippi State, a good win against Southeastern. Tell us about those wins.
You know, Todd, we started off the season with a 9-day road trip, and UNLV was the middle game of 3 on that trip. And after losing to a really good TCU team, I felt like TCU should have been a top 25 team, but we did some good things in that game. And I challenged our guys in the second game, the UNLV game, to be better for a longer period of time. And I didn't know we were going to get that, but they played a good 40 minutes that night, and we were able to handily beat the UNLV Running Rebels.
Well, let's jump into some highlights from those early games. This is the highlight clip from the UNLV and Mississippi State game. There you see us at the legendary Running Rebels Stadium. They're not quite the Running Rebels of Larry Johnson in the game, huh, Coach?
No, but they're in what I would call a Power 6 league in the Mountain West, and that's one of the top 6 conferences in the country. And it was really important for us to be on point for this game.
Coach, one of the things I noticed is your guys play with a lot of intensity. And when you're talking about somebody slashing, getting a slam dunk, guys pulling up, shooting a J in people's face, you got to love what you see because, you know what, that's pure basketball.
You know, Todd, that's the way I was taught how to play. Coach Kruger demanded that we play with tremendous intensity and everything we did from a position of strength and authority. And that's what I try to teach these guys.
In this game, Coach, looks like Joseph from Scotlandville had him a nice game.
You know, I loved his effort in this game, but this was a total team effort. And the stats that really confirmed that we had something special with this group is that we had 19 assists as a team, and we went 11 of 18 from the three-point line.
Sharing the basketball is what it's all about, especially for me, an old point guard, Coach. Coach, now we're jumping into the Mississippi State game up there in Starkville. I guess Starkville wasn't ready for the Jaguars, Coach. You come away with a 60-59 victory.
Well as we played offensively at UNLV, we did not shoot the ball well at Mississippi State. But what I loved about this game was our guys, number one, they weren't afraid. and they never quit.
There you see Joseph getting a nice slam dunk, Coach. That really riles the team up, Coach. He gets the team going.
The dunk is one of the most exciting plays in basketball, and it's usually a momentum builder. And sometimes that two-point bucket can be worth a lot more.
Coach, one of the things that I noticed when I've watched the Jaguars, you guys are also stroking it pretty good from the three. So you're trying to play that three-point shot to get that extra point per possession.
That's an important part of it. We try to spread you out, and if we get the gaps, then we'll take those gaps, and usually that'll cause the defense to collapse, and we're not going to hesitate to shoot the three ball.
It looked like Brad Davis slashing to the goal. Good point guard for the Jaguars. Coach, one of the other things I noticed, you're a pretty complete team. One of the games looks like the scoring was balanced.
You know, the thing we try to promote with these guys is don't be concerned about who makes the basket. Just be happy that we made the basket. And to this point, we've done a good job sharing the ball.
Well, there you have it from Coach KJ. When we come back, we're going to look ahead to the Southeastern Louisiana game on Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Stay with us. All right, Coach.
Looking for Cajun seasoning? Go get the Red Can. We got the spice, you bring the rice. Low sodium, no MSG, and great flavor. Visit CajunNation.com for more products and merchandise, baby.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today. Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
Jaguar basketball with Coach KJ. Coach, you guys hosted SLU at home, and SLU's had a pretty decent little program over the last couple of years. And man, you put together a heck of a game. You guys beat them pretty handily, 69-44.
You know, Todd, that game was important to us for several reasons. Number one, it was our home opener, and it gave everybody a chance to get a glimpse of what we're about. But also, Southeastern is a local rivalry. They're 30 miles down the road,
yep.
And you need those rivalries early on to help you get ready for conference play. And coming into the season, Southeastern was picked at the top of the Southland Conference. So I told our guys we needed to be ready to play.
Coach, when you hold a team to 44, that means the team played some pretty decent defense. But there again, just like in the first segment, we talked about balanced scoring. Brandon Davis had 14, Dumasi and Delane Mon had 12, and Tizano had 11. You gotta love that sharing of the basketball.
Again, that's something we promote and we talk about. I think the Southeastern game, though, was the first time where we really had a chance to get into our defensive package. I believe in changing defenses, and we kept them off balance. They could never find a rhythm and made it difficult for them to score the basketball.
Well, Coach, let's show the Jaguar Nation and folks out there in TV land exactly what happened in the Southeastern game. Here we are at the F.G. Clark Activity Center.
That's Brandon Davis, number 10, right there on a mid-range pull-up. Great rhythm shot. Terrion Joseph, definitely one of the most dynamic players in the SWAC. That's one of the reasons we wanted him, needed a player like that. He is hard to guard off the dribble.
Now, is Terrion coming off of an injury, Coach?
Terrion has had two injuries. He's had an ankle sprain, and also he's had a wrist sprain. But I think he's healthy now and ready for a good stretch run.
Yeah. We need him. He's one of your best shooters, too, isn't he?
He is. He's just a dynamic scorer. He can score at all three levels, whether it's the three-point line, the mid-range, and, of course, everyone loves to see him get all the way to the goal.
A couple of great dunks you saw right there. I think one of those was from Joseph. It's good to have a hometown boy from Scotlandville on your team, Coach. he should help sell some tickets.
You know, that's one of the things that really excited me about this job was having an opportunity to recruit the local recruiting base, and Baton Rouge High School basketball is tremendous. And I've watched Terrion, and so we want to make sure we're active in that role.
There you see Davis running the point, taking a nice jump shot, scoring two. Here you see the Jags working the basketball around the horn, sharing the basketball as we talked about, and boom, pulling up. Coach, that's how you coach it, huh?
When the ball moves, it makes it really difficult for the defense, and we promote that every day. And it's easy to see when we're playing well.
Coach, looking at this game, again, a really complete game from the Jaguars, what are some of the things that, you know, they have a great game like this, but you know you can improve? What are some of the points that you want to improve upon with your players?
We tell our guys to stay focused on the process. We want to get better every day, and you're never done with your improvement. And I love the fact that we have a group of guys who are committed to that kind of work, and they're in here when they don't have to be, and that's a very important part of our foundation.
That means they love basketball, huh?
Love playing the game. You got to have it.
Coach, we talked about chemistry. Again, man, I'm looking at some great plays where they're sharing the ball, they're dropping dimes, and you know, everybody's happy when you're sharing the basketball.
It makes you feel involved, and it's no fun to be a role player and go stand in the corner and never touch the ball. And so we try to do some things that promote that.
All right, when we come back, we're going to look at our players of the week on the Jaguar, Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope in healing is just a phone call away.
If your foot is bland, that's not okay. Let us show you the Cajun Nation way. Shake on that flavor and fire up that pan. We can make your food taste grand. Go get the red can. That Cajun Nation seasoning.
Welcome back to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Of course, each week when you tune in this segment, we're going to have the LaFleur Tillage Construction Players of the Week. Coach, I know we talk about Players of the Week, but we've had a whole series of games in the preseason of this 2023-2024 season. So who are the LaFleur Tillage Construction Players of the Week for the preseason of this season?
Todd, I think you have to start with our leaders. Tyrion Joseph has led our team in scoring, averaging just under 20 points a game. As we mentioned earlier, he is such a dynamic threat. He can score at all three levels. I've been really pleased with the play of Brandon Davis, a graduate transfer guard who's from LaPlace, Louisiana. Also a young man that I watched play in high school, and his high school coach is actually a Southern graduate. But Brandon has done a tremendous job being a leader. He's our second leading scorer, and I see great things for him as we go down the stretch run. And then the third guy is kind of our Iron Man, our point guard, Tejan Damasi, who's from Paris, France. We were really fortunate to pick him up from the junior college ranks because he was an all-conference player in the Texas League. But those three guys there are off to a tremendous start, and they're leading our team in almost all the categories.
Well, there you have the LaFleur Tillage Construction Players of the preseason of the 2023-2024 season. Of course, each week in this segment, Coach, we're also going to have some player interviews, some player profiles, and Perry White had a chance to catch up with three of your Jaguars and talk to them about what was happening in this season. And he filed this report.
All right, Mr. Brandon, talk to me in terms of the chemistry of the team, man. What is going on in order to find success here with this team with a brand new coach?
We have good chemistry, man. In practice, we go at each other every day, trying to push each other to get ready for games like this. It's a war in practice, so when the game comes, it's just the same. We already prepared for it. Coach Casey do a good job preparing us for different schemes and the way other teams go guard us and stuff like that, so it all come together in practice.
You talking about coming together. What has been big with some of your teammates, man? What do you guys say to each other?
We just encouraging each other. Like when somebody not having a good practice or a good game, we're gonna encourage them. We're gonna get on them too, criticize them, and everybody do a good job taking criticism. So when the game time come and things not going our way, we know how to respond to it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jalen Reynolds, talk to me about the chemistry, man. What's going on with this team in terms of finding ways to win games?
Man, that's a great question. Our chemistry is great. Our chemistry, we have good chemistry. We got stuff we got to improve on. But at the end of the day, everybody receives a message. Sometimes, like, you might not like how somebody said, but at the end of the day, we all have our moments where, all right, well, the team, we all got to rely on the team because at the end of the day, we in the war together. It's only us. Like, Coach tells us all the time, you got to stay together because in the middle of a fight, you're not going to have your best game. Like, today, I ain't have my best game, but at the end of the day, my teammates kept telling me, like, hey, you good, bro? Like, we know what you can do. You know what you can do. We need you. It go hand in hand. So the chemistry is what helps us, especially when we down. Like, our brothers got our back, and that's what we try and push every day.
What has helped you guys, especially through the non-conference, new team, new coach, and just kind of pushing through?
He tells us every day, like, how the game is, probably it's 10 times worse. Like, he be honest. But it's only for us to be better. It's not for him to just, be honest just to be honest. Because in the middle of the game, the other team gonna be on you. You ain't gonna get no foul calls. It's gonna get trenchers, and it's all about how you gonna respond. So coach, just keep pushing it. Like, hey, you might not have the best day, but as long as you keep giving it your best, the next time you get it, it's only gonna get better for you.
All right, thank you. What's been going on in terms of you guys being able to find wins?
We really got a great chemistry. Thanks to Coach Johnson. He's been preaching that since we got here. And then the non-conference schedule we had was really hard. So our practice, every day we went at it. We went to war with each other. And when you go to war with someone and he got your back, then you just gonna ride with him till the wheels fall off. So they're all my brother. And I feel like we build a great relationship through them hard times. So yeah, it's bigger than basketball with them guys.
How big was it to get that victory at UNLV and as well as Mississippi State?
To be honest, it was a good start, but it's just a win to me. Like, yeah, they're good teams, they're big names, but we here too, we coming. So we got our goals. So them wins, yeah, we got them, but they already flush. We thinking about conference. So yeah, it was fun, but we not focused on that.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Perry, and thank you to Jane, Jalen, and Brandon representing the Jaguars well. Looks like your young men carry themselves well, Coach.
They're a pleasure to be around. Todd, I couldn't be more proud of this group we have.
That's what it's all about. All right, when we come back, we're going to look at some of the assistant coaches and the players for the 2023-2024 season for the Southern University basketball Jaguars on Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today. Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
Looking for Cajun seasoning? Go get the red can. We got the spice, you bring the rice. Low sodium, no MSG, and great flavor. Visit CajunNation.com for more products and merchandise, baby.
Coach KJ. All right, Coach, we jump right into the basketball news. We had to show some people some highlights and show them exactly what they'll see if they come to the mini dome and see the Jags play or catch them somewhere on the road. But now we got to kind of back up a little bit and show everybody the inner workings of the Jaguar program and talk about your assistant coaches and the players for the 2023-2024 season. So let's start off. Tell us a little bit about your assistant coaches and who they are and how they came to Southern with you.
Absolutely, Todd. You know, everything is about a connection. And Rennie Bailey has more experience than anybody on our staff, and he's someone I've known for 30 years. And he is a very important piece. And many of you who are fans from way back in the day, he played at Louisiana Tech on the team with the mailman Carl Malone.
Oh, wow.
And Rennie Bailey is the only coach on our staff who was drafted. He was drafted by the Detroit Pistons.
Incredible.
But he does a tremendous job being a mentor and being an uncle and being a big brother to our guys. And I'm really fortunate to have him. And I was fortunate to retain Jethro Hillman, who was on the previous staff. And most people don't know this, but I've known Jethro for almost 30 years.
Incredible.
I interviewed him when I was the head coach at Centenary. I probably should have hired him, but I didn't. But it's a relationship, so
Right.
we had a connection. And he's doing a tremendous job because he has a link to the university. And then the two young guys, I had a chance to work side by side with at Tulane, Rashad Richardson, who's from Charleston, South Carolina, and then also John Tavel from New York. And there are some sharp young guys with tremendous energy. And so I think if you take the youth and the experience, I think it makes for a good mix.
Absolutely, absolutely, Coach. All right, let's jump into some of these players, Coach. We got some pictures of some of your squad, and we want to put them up and talk about them. Here's Brenton Noel. What is he, about 6'7", Coach?
He's a little bit taller than that, Todd.
Okay.
If you ask him, he'll tell you he's 6'10".
Okay.
Brent is just about 6'9".
Brenton Noel, okay.
A very unique story. He's from Scotlandville, went to Scotlandville High School, didn't play organized basketball, graduated high school at about 6'2", and now he's 6'9".
Come on, he didn't play at Scotlandville?
Did not play organized basketball.
How did Carlos miss him?
He was 6'2". Had he been 6'9", I think Coach Sample would have found him. But tremendous story, and he's long, he's athletic, and he's been able to make some contributions. Blocking shots, I think, is his number one skill.
The other night at the game, someone was saying to me they'd love to see Brente, Noel, and DeLang Mon on the court at the same time. You're two big guys.
It could happen. I won't rule that out.
Okay, okay. So next up, we got Jerron Wilkins.
Jerron Wilkins was one of the players that was with the program last year, a senior forward, combo forward, and he's one of the leaders on this team.
Now he's a twin, huh?
His twin is Jarion.
Jarion Wilkins, okay. All right, next up we got Brandon Davis.
Brandon Davis is, boy, he's so mature. A lot of people don't know this. He's a graduate transfer, so he's in grad school.
Okay.
And had a 4.0 in the first semester. So
Got a heavy head, huh?
I'd love to see him with a master's, but he's one of the leaders on this team also, and we need him to score the ball.
He's been doing good for you. Next up, we got Jordan Johnson.
Jordan Johnson was the latest signee for this team.
Okay.
And he was a young man that a lot of people didn't know was eligible to leave junior college after 1 year. And he is in the top 10 in the nation in three-point field goal percentage, and we need him back. He's injured right now, but he's shooting 48% from the three-point line, and that's top 10 in the country.
Goodwell Jordan. Next up, we got Jordan Mitchell.
Jordan Mitchell, a junior college combo guard from Memphis, Tennessee, who's quick and shifty, and I've challenged him lately to play better.
All right, next up we got Drayshawn Allen.
Drayshawn Allen, another player that was on the team last year.
He got a nice stroke.
He can shoot the ball, gave us a tremendous lift in the game last night, but one of the most mature guys on our team, and we love having him around.
All right, next up we got Antoine Jacks.
Antoine Jacks, junior college guard who actually spent his first year at Fairleigh Dickinson. Most people, basketball fans, remember Fairleigh Dickinson in the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
And he's done a good job lately. I think he has a chance to be one of the best on-ball defenders in the conference.
All right. Next up, we got Jaguar Domasi from France.
Jaguar Domasi, I call him the Iron Man. At the end of the season, he will lead us in minutes played, and he will be one of those guys who stuffs the stat sheet in all categories.
I like his confidence, Coach.
No doubt, confident player and a leader on the team.
There we got Terrion Joseph right there from Scotlandville.
A dynamic player, and he can just hurt you in so many ways, and on the offensive end. And when he wants to lock up and defend, he can do that as well. But he's a guy, when he's in the open court, we'll be playing our best basketball.
My friends used to say, I never met a shot I didn't like. He is the same way.
He takes some shots, but he's capable of making them.
Delang Mon from Australia. I thought the brother was from Africa, but he's from Australia.
Well, he was raised in Australia, of Sudanese descent.
Sudanese descent, okay.
And Delang is a tremendous freshman. I always refer to him in the locker room in front of the guys as the puppy amongst the group. He's the youngest player on the team,
okay.
But he's going to be a good one down the line.
Yeah, he had a good game the other night. Next up, Derek, it says Tizino, but it's Tizano.
You know,
is that right?
You have to be from that other part of the state. Derek Tezano.
Tezano. Oh, damn, I thought I had it right. Tezano.
Derek is a tough player, and he's one of those guys who's a jack of all trades. He plays a two-way player. I like him attacking the basket, and he's one of our best defenders.
All right. Next up, Jarion Wilkins, the other twin.
The other twin, one of the most talented players that we have, trying to find a niche for him, but at 6'6", 6'7", he can handle the ball, drive the ball, and shoot the ball, and we need him to pick it up also.
All right. Chase Sample.
Everybody remembers
basketball
that name.
Royalty.
Chase is the son of Carlos Sample, very dear friend of mine, and Chase is a part of our group who's redshirting this year.
Okay. All right. Well, there you saw the basketball Jaguars. We want you in the mini dome to come check them out. This weekend they're actually headed for our Florida swing, but we'll be back and we'll get the schedule up for you so you can see when to come to see the Jaguars. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of the Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope and healing is just a phone call away.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today. Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
All right, Coach. Go Jags.
Go Jags.